People always ask me how I became a professional travel writer, how I landed Lonely Planet, got published in National Geographic, and even authored travel guidebooks. The truth? I didn't know anyone in the industry. I didn't have a journalism degree. I started from scratch. Here's exactly how I did it. My name is Jen Ruiz, and I am a 7-time award-winning travel journalist. I was part of the Points Guide Travel Advisory Panel, AFAR Magazine's United Voices program, and the News Creator Corps Fellowship. I've written guidebooks for Fodor's Travel and Lonely Planet and was the editor for Lonely Planet's Central America series. I didn't set out to be a travel writer. Honestly, I just knew I wanted to tell stories. I started blogging on the side when I was waiting for Florida bar clearance. I was already a bar attorney in Maryland and was working as a law clerk in Florida. The work was really boring and I needed a creative outlet. So I started writing on the blog and I started freelance writing in order to get backlinks to the blog so that more people would see my blog and my blog would grow. At first I was contributing to outlets like Thought Catalog, but my first big break came with Elite Daily. They had daily trending news that they sent out to all of their contributors. And if you could write an article within like 4 hours or so of getting that list of topics, there was a high chance it would get published on their site. I had more than 50 articles published on their site, and 1 week I had 3 of the top 10 contributor articles generating more than 10 million views for them. That's when an editor from Pace Magazine reached out and asked me to write for their travel vertical. By this point, I was working as an attorney and I was seriously overworked. So traveling wasn't really in the cards for me. I had to be in the office on Christmas Day. My first few posts were about a staycation, places I had lived or grown up. And then one day I took a press trip to Universal Studios Orlando. I took the day off and I went on assignment for Pace Magazine. A representative for Universal Studios met me at the gate, gave me a VIP pass, skip the line tickets, you name it. And I couldn't believe that this was my job, that people actually got paid for this. My job was to go around the theme park and think, what do I like? What do I want to write about? What do I want to recommend to other people? Around that same time is when Jen on a Jet Plane was born. I actually rebranded my blog twice before I landed on this travel focus. From there, it was a matter of pitching other outlets. I already had my first paid travel writing assignment. I already had over 50 bylines. I knew that this was something I could do. In 2017, I got what felt like my first huge byline writing for the Washington Post. And in 2019, I got my first 2 travel writing awards for culinary travel articles that I wrote on Matador Network. After that, other opportunities followed. I got published in AFAR, and later I was selected for their United Voices program for diverse storytellers. So I worked with them on the ground in Puerto Rico and published a series of articles about the island. National Geographic actually came to me. They saw I was an expert in the Caribbean and they wanted me to write a sponsored post for a tourism board. Being a published travel writer led to press trips. Once you have a history of publishing articles in well-known media outlets, PR companies, tourism boards, they reach out to you because they're hoping that you'll consider them for coverage in the outlets that you write for. They'll invite you to come on a press trip where you can experience all the best the destination has to offer and hopefully come up with story ideas from that trip. Lonely Planet is actually an interesting story because they're a media outlet that has not been open to pitches from the public for several years. So I first got in with them because they put out a call for pitches. This is where an editor has an idea that they want to assign and they're just looking for the best writer for the job. This is different than cold pitching, where you send an email to an editor with your article idea. You hope that they like it, that it's a fit for their publication, that they have budget available, and then that they choose to assign this article to you versus maybe one of their staff writers. Those are many more mountains to climb when you're cold pitching versus when you're responding to a warm lead, aka a call for pitches. So with Lonely Planet, I responded to a call for pitches about Puerto Rico. I wrote a series of articles for them. And later, when I saw that they had an opening for someone to edit their Central America guidebooks, I applied for that position. It helped because I was already within the system. Lonely Planet is owned by the same company that owns the Points Guide, that owns Bankrate, that owns Money.com. So once you're a freelancer in the system, it's easier for you to get assignments from these sister companies. And basically, that's how the job works. So if you're someone that's a gifted storyteller, freelance travel writing could be a lucrative avenue to consider. It's definitely a hustle. You have to pitch constantly in order to get assignments. And pay rates vary depending on the outlet that you're writing for, the length of your article. Usually you're paid per word or a flat fee. Most digital outlets pay you anywhere from 10 cents to 50 cents a word. Some print outlets can pay you $1 a word or more. If this is something that you're interested in, you don't even have to travel far to be a travel writer. As I mentioned, the first few articles that I wrote were just about the places I already knew, lived in, had experience about. You are already an expert on wherever you live, wherever you grew up, whatever particular type of travel you like to do. So you can start by pitching your own personal experiences. Over time, as I was invited on press trips around the world, I was also simultaneously able to build my own social media channels, my own blog, and my own platform. This is something you can do as well. The paths don't have to be mutually exclusive. In fact, digital, print media, travel media, it's all blending together now. So if you're someone who knows how to identify a story, write about it in a compelling way, and share that narrative in a way that gets people engaged over video, you're one step ahead. Freelance travel writing served as the foundation for the business that I have today. It gave me instant credibility by being associated with major media outlets. It gave me a platform to appeal to PR agencies and tourism boards who were interested in working with me. And it allowed me to build my content portfolio so I could use that in my own entrepreneurial ventures. If you want a video on pitching editors or landing press trips as a travel writer, let me know. I'm happy to break it all down in depth for you. And if you're dreaming of a travel writing career, remember, no connections, no problem. Just start. The only thing you need to do to be a writer is to write. I am attempting Vlogmas, and the first series of videos that I'm posting are about how I make money online and actually get paid to travel, so that hopefully you can do the same. Like this video and subscribe to my channel to see more. I'll be back tomorrow. See you then.